Hi y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, in this video, I'm going to be fishing and kind of exploring a new creek. I have no idea what to expect here. It's actually kind of two creeks, where two creeks come together. There is a small creek that goes back up in here, and there's a small creek back up in here, and they converge right here. It's a little confluence area that forms a larger creek. And this area right here where they come together is just real shallow. It's a few feet deep. But I'm seeing all kinds of activity. There's shad flipping up in here. I have just visually seen some carp. I've seen some buffalo, and I'm pretty pumped up about it. So my plan is to bait this area right now. What you're gonna see after this little intro is me fishing tomorrow, because I'm gonna bait it today, give it 24 hours, and come back in the morning and see what I can get here. So I've got some, in this bucket here, I've got some cattle cubes, I've got some horse feed in there, and that's a 5-gallon bucket. And I'm just gonna toss it out, handfuls of it, all up in this area, try to draw fish in, whether that be carp, buffalo, catfish. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm going for a mixed bag tomorrow when I come back. And then again, I'll come back in the morning and we'll see, hopefully just be getting bit right away, just early and often. So anyway, let me toss this bait out. We'll pick this video up in the morning. Just getting me a big lemonade cup here full of these cubes and slinging them out. I'm gonna bait this whole area real good. I've been using mesh bags lately in some of my recent trips for carp fishing. But what I have found is that the turtles get in them bags and chew them up and eat all the food. So I'm gonna space this bait out so that hopefully I can get the fish stirred up and not just the turtles. Right here, oh, right here, right here. I'm hooked up, y'all. I just got my last rod out. Welcome to day 2 of this video. Threw that bait out there yesterday in the inch. Man, he's coming right at me. Look at this. He is swimming right towards the kayak. I am hooked up pretty quickly into this trip. I've got 5 rods out. I just got my 5th rod put out and set back down, and this one's going off. This one was I believe the 3rd rod I cast out. And we got a nice common here to start the day. Man, he is swam right at me for pretty much the whole fight. I don't think he's gonna be done yet. I think he's gonna have a lot of energy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tire him out a smidge. These carp don't quit anyway. And the fact that he came right at me, not even feeling resistance for most of the run. This might take me a minute or two. Okay, y'all. Fish number 1 in the kayak. This one here is a common that ate him some fake corn. I had pack bait and fake corn on this one. I've got that set up on 4 rods, and 1 rod I'm using a new bait today. I'll explain in a minute here and I get this one undone. All right, guys, there it is. Fish number 1, just a few minutes here into the trip. Let me let him go. I'll kind of give you the rundown here of what I'm doing out here this morning before I get that next bait cast out. So yesterday morning when I finished up my other trip, I threw the horse feed and cattle cubes all over this area here, where I have this creek running in from this direction and another smaller creek running in from back here. And I come out here this morning and I've kind of set up on this point. I've used my power poles here behind me on this point, and I've cast my baits out right here, and I've fan casted right here where I baited. That rod there was cast kind of over in this direction, and he ate pack bait and fake corn, which I'll show you here when I get baited up for the next one. Got that on 4 rods. My 5th rod, however, though, trying a new bait today. I've heard through the grapevine, my friend Dewey, he tells me a lot, but he's got me on these mini marshmallows. So I've got that on a hair rig, a mini marshmallow, along with some pack bait on a method lead. That is this rod right here. So if that one goes down, we're gonna catch a fish on a daggone marshmallow. But the rest of them will have the pack bait and fake corn, at least to start. I do have some cherry tomatoes with me as well. May throw some of those out today, just kind of play around. But right now, with me just getting out here and getting set up and being really curious as how many fish are here, what's going on. I kind of wanted the tried and true, the proven baits, the pack bait and the fake corn. I wanted that set up out on most of the rods first here to start with. So anyway, I'm gonna get the next rod baited up and we'll be waiting on the next fish. So here's the next bait going out. That's a glob of pack bait down to a hair rig number 6 size hook with 2 kernels of fake corn. That pack bait is panko breadcrumbs, strawberry jello, and sweet corn, all mixed up together there. And it makes a gooey mix that can be packed around a lead. I'll just cast that out there, let out a little bit of line here. I'll loosen my drag again too. I'm gonna put this back in the rod holder. So now I got 5 rods going out. 1 down the middle with the marshmallow, 2 over here, pack bait fake corn, 2 over here, pack bait fake corn. So all lines are out. Let's get the next fish. I got a line swimming. I got a line swimming right here. Oh man, he's coming right at me. Oh no, I pulled it out of his mouth too. No, I didn't either. No, I didn't either. He was going back the other way. He turned on me. Oh boy, here we go. The same rod that got hit first thing. I've had a break between fish though. The bite's not been on. It has not been what I had hoped for this morning, thus far at least. I had hoped to be just catching one fish after another and thought it might go that way with getting bit so quickly. I got my last rod baited, boom, one goes off, but I've had 20-minute or so break, nothing happening, so I don't know. Not what I had hoped for thus far, but I got me another one right now. This one here, I believe, is about the same size as the other one though. Another smaller common there, about the same size as the other one probably. I don't know if there's fish in good quantity in here or not. You know, I wanted to fish this area just because these 2 creeks come together here to make one bigger creek. And oftentimes when you have that situation happen, you have fish, and there is a lot of bait fish here, but whether it's 2 creeks coming together, 2 rivers coming together, it's oftentimes a good place to fish. And I saw fish, I saw carp, I saw buffalo yesterday. And so I thought, I'm gonna bait these fish and really have them going today. And not so much thus far, but that is 2 fish though, that's 2 bites. So hopefully things are gonna pick up. Now that I've got more bait and more scent out, maybe it's gonna pick up. I think I got another rod here. Got hit. My rod tip's wiggling. I think he may have it. Let me just tighten my drag a little bit. Oh, there goes that one. There goes that one. I may be doubled here. Yeah, I've got this one on. I'm gonna work on the one in the hand. I'm doubled. Well, finally getting a little action going on here, guys. That same rod over there that caught the other 2 fish has got another one, and then this one over here is finally going off. My poles are spinning here. I got the power poles down, but this bottom I'm in super soft. And every time I shift my weight, I feel like I'm working them loose a little bit. We're gonna make do though. I ain't got nowhere I can set up on the bank here except right over here, which is somebody's yard, and I don't wanna do that. Oh no, this fish has got me. This fish has got me in this other line, and he may have me in this one too. Oh, I'm gonna have a mess. I'm gonna have a tangled mess with this one. Be all right, we'll work it out. This one here feels like a pretty good fish. This is, you know what I may be able to do right here? Look at this. No, I ain't either. I thought I was gonna be able to work it free, but I ain't. No such luck with that one. I thought I was gonna get them just easily untangled there. Didn't work out this time. There was another one tailing right there in front of me. I still see him. I'm getting some fish in here now. They in here, it's just a matter of getting them to bite. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I've got this enclosed now. I'm gonna set him there. Let's see if we can get this in tame now. Hopefully he ain't ran me around a stump or branch or something. A lot of debris in this creek, it's shallow. When we get heavy rains and stuff, debris washes down in these creeks, and got this little point here that comes out in between them. And I noticed yesterday there was, you know, just debris, pieces of trees and limbs and stuff over on that side. This one over here, didn't see as much, but the creek channel on my left is a little bit deeper than the one on my right. This one here, I don't believe is going to be quite as big as the other one. Tighten this line there because he's going to go under it. Doubled up, man, that's fun. This carp fishing's fun anyway, but when you get 2 rods going down, it makes it a little more exciting. If I had all 5 going down at once, we'd really have a show. Hope it happens today. Well, he just got a little bigger right here closer to the kayak, didn't he? Oh man, look at that guy. Hell, that's a nice fish. This one didn't fight nearly as hard as the other one, but boy, this right here is a good carp, man. This is a really nice common. He's a little bit more spunky now, ain't he? Now that he's right here by the kayak. He got one look at you people, and he said, heck with this. He said, I'm on the wrong show. I'm on the wrong channel. All this fish, you know, they don't have good internet connection out here. It's dial-up, America Online. And so the only thing these fish know about YouTube is that there's hot women with YouTube channels wear thongs and stuff. So this fish probably thought he was getting caught by a hot woman. He come up here and seen me, and I'm fully clothed. I ain't got no thong bikini on, and he said, heck with it. Now he's trying to get away. Come here, fish, at least let me make you famous. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a fat carp right there. Hopefully the other one's still on over there. I've been focused on this one. We'll get this one hero shotted and out of here, and then we'll work on the other one. Look at that, man. Boy, he's thick too. He ain't very long, but thick, and that's what she said. Nice fish. Beautiful colors there. Got the orange on the tail. Just didn't act like a fish of this size until got a few feet away from the kayak. The other one over here, though, fought hard the whole way. See you, carp. A little extra splash on the way out. Okay. Let's see if I can get a hold of this one now, get him tamed. This one fought how a carp is supposed to fight. Okay, I got him. What a mess. I thought maybe he had come out of that line. He did not. He did not come out of it, and it is a tangled mess. I have been really lucky fishing for carp lately, throwing out as many lines as I do in a confined area, and it has not really bit me until now. I've got a mess. Look at that right there. What a mess. I'm gonna have to do some cutting on that one. It happens. That's fishing, right? Unless you just want to fish with one line all the time. He's got that line all around his tail and everything. You have caused me some problems today, fish, but I appreciate the heck out of you. All right, guys, well, the bite's not been hot and heavy like I had hoped for yet, but that is 4 fish here in the first, 45 minutes or so. So I'm getting some bites, just not as frequently as I would like. Okay, good, he come out of that line. All right, well, what I'm gonna do, this line here, that's not tangled, I'm gonna rebait, get it cast back out. I'm gonna work on this mess while I wait on the next fish. Hopefully one of these 3 rods here will go down soon. Marshmallow rod. This is the first time I've used marshmallows. I got them on the hair rig. Ain't working out thus far. I can't keep the damn things on. I'm using a stop, but that rod, it got hit earlier. I reeled it in, the marshmallow's gone. I reeled in to rebait a second time, marshmallow was gone. I didn't know the rod had got hit. It may not have got hit. So, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a little while longer with the marshmallow, and I may switch over to a cherry tomato and see if we can get something going on it. Y'all, I think this rod, it's swimming. Let's pick up on it. Yeah, we just ruined this fish's day. I've got this one rod that just keeps getting hit. Them fish are definitely keyed in on that area that I've been casting. I guess I've probably got enough pack bait that's just hit that one area to keep them over there now. And this fish swam over that other line, but I don't think he got in it. I think I got lucky there. I just got this rod cast back out, and I've still got this mess on my other line where it got it all knotted up. I'm gonna have to cut. But this is another bite pretty quickly here after getting them other fish, 2 fish gone. So I'm getting a little bit more optimistic, y'all. We're getting there. I just had such high expectations coming out here this morning, thinking that I was gonna just wear them out right from the start. And it's taken a little bit longer here to get going than what I had thought, but we're getting some bites now though. Let's get this one up here. Oh, yeah, that's another common. He's wound up now. He must have got a look at the kayak. Okay, guys. There he is, another solid fish, man. Heck of a fight. Especially toward the end. I mean, just getting them around the kayak, trying to get them in the net, it is just an ordeal. It's fun, though. That's the most important thing. It's fun. We'll see you, buddy. That fish there, he was shell-shocked, man. He didn't know if he should flip me the bird or ask for an autograph. He was just tore up. Man. Well, I'm gonna cast this bait out here again. There's one area over here I've got these fish working. You know, this one rod just keeps getting hit. This mess here though, from the other rod, I'm gonna have to, if I get a little break here, I'm gonna cut that mess and get it back out. But you know, if I can keep these fish working this one area here, I may not need all these other rods, you know, to keep myself entertained. I may can keep this one just going off nonstop. But let me quit flapping my gums so I can get another bait out there and make it happen. There's another big ball of pack bait on my method feeder. Again, down to a 4-inch long hair rig, 2 kernels of the Enterprise fake corn, number 6 size hook. I'm gonna stand up here and get this thing cast out right there in that area. While I was getting this one baited up, I saw another fish tailing out there where I had been catching the others. So right in there. So they're just, for whatever reason, I've got them over there now. So let me loosen my drag again. Loose drag, critical when carp fishing, especially with braided line. They have really soft mouths, and if you don't have your drag loose, if it's too tight and they make that hard initial surge, they pull that thing right out. So got that one back out. I'm gonna start working on this one now. Hopefully one of these other rods get here soon. I'm gonna give this rod 10, 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna reel it in, and we're gonna put on a cherry tomato on that rig, because the marshmallows just ain't impressing me thus far. I just ain't got any confidence in the dang thing. So I'd like to see what a cherry tomato can do out here this morning. This same rod, the fish is running with it. It got bumped, and I saw my line moving here. Let me just tighten this up. There he is, I caught up with him. Oh, it's on again. It's on again. Y'all, I think I could probably ditch these other rods at this point. Just focus on this one. I'm trying my best to get this other rod put back together. There was one right there beside me too, doggone. That braided line is all knotted up on that other rig. That fish done some damage, man. Let me get that line out of the way. He's coming over here. I got a feeling he ain't nowhere near done though. Nowhere near done. He's wanting to go on this side. I'm gonna let him too. We'll keep him over here. Be easier to land him on this side with that other rod out of commission, but he's headed south again. There we go. Yeah, you just head up that other creek, fish. That'll be a good place for you to go. You won't cause any more damage up there. Yes, sir. Golly, bum, this is fun, y'all. The bite has definitely picked up. It took a little while to get going here. It was not on right away, but you know, hour into the trip here and I'm getting bit consistently now. Not with every rod, but I've got them at least drawing into that one area there. It's fine with me. I can't reel in but one at a time anyway, unless we can get technology to the point where y'all can teleport through the screen. There's probably at least 4 or 5 of you that would jump through the screen to help me out, I imagine. Getting that net. Oh, he turned last second. I thought I was going to scoot him right into it. I need me a bigger net for this, what I need. This is another huge carp right here. Okay, another huge carp, man. Huge carp. This one may be the biggest of the morning. Holy cow, it's a big one, man. Holy cow, it's a big fish. Ain't that something, y'all? I mean, I use 10-aught size hooks on them big catfish. And I'm getting these little number 6 size hooks on these big carp, and this is a good one right here. This is a good one. Oh, buddy, look at that. He's a longer fish. Got that old knot on his head, old lump head there. Anybody ever called you a knucklehead before, fish? He said he's been called a lot of things, most of which we can't say on video. I can relate, fish. You should see my comment box. Awesome fish though, man. Golly bum, this is awesome. Love it, y'all, love it. Well, what do you think, carp? You wanna go back home? Go get even bigger? I wanna get that line back out there. That's the one rod I can count on getting hit today. We'll see you. Oh. All right, y'all, I'm gonna thread me a tomato on this hair rig here, doing away with the marshmallows. I can't keep them damn things on the hair rig. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get with Dewey and see how he's doing it, because what I'm doing ain't working. This hair on this is one that I tied, and it's a little long for just a single tomato. This is one I tied this one for the pellet rigs there that I was trying out a couple weeks ago. This is like a double pellet rig. So what I'm gonna do is just loop that hair over the hook there. And now this is gonna kind of just basically dangle that tomato there under the hook. And just kind of shortens that hair up a little bit so it's not quite as long as what it was. And I'm gonna get me some pack bait and put on the method feeder right above it, just like our normal rigs, and cast this out. And hopefully by the time I get this one cast out, we'll have that other rod over there going off again. That one rod is a popular rod today. I'm gonna cast this one a little bit to the left. There it goes, there it goes, that same rod. They are all over that area, man. Well, mission accomplished, y'all. I'm getting the action I wanted. It just took a little longer to get it today. Now, I didn't mention it in the video when I started out here, y'all. I apologize though if there's road noise on the microphone today. There's a major highway that runs through here right by this creek. I got the fancy microphone, so hopefully it won't be as big a deal. This one over here, I believe, might have a fish on it too. Either this fish has got in this line or there's something going on with that other rod. It could go either way, because this one's, he's going where he wants to go. He's went over there by this line. I think what I'm gonna do here in a minute is just go down to 3 rods. Have the one going here, throw one way out over here to the right and one over here to the left. That way I can do a better job of keeping these lines separated. I feel like at this point all I really need is this one rod here, because I've got them worked in this area. And during the spawn, there were so many fish in such a small area, it got to where I could just throw out one rod, wait a few seconds, boom, fish was on. And that's what I keep hoping to have happen by baiting these areas and coming back to fish them later, is to get that same kind of action. Y'all, I think I do have another fish on this other line over here. I'm gonna set that over there. I'm gonna try to pull this fish around. Oh, there goes my cherry tomato. There goes my cherry tomato. Let me set this one back. I wanna set that one in the holder. I wanna pick up on this one. Cherry tomato, man. I have had a marshmallow rig out here in that same spot, and I can't get anything to hook up on it. Throw the cherry tomato out and boom. Curious to see what this is. I've caught 2 fish recently on the cherry tomato, and both were mirror carp. Now, it was a different creek. I don't know if there's any mirrors in this creek or not. The fish you've seen me catch today is the only fish I've caught in this creek. It's my first time carp fishing here. Y'all, this ain't carp. I think this is a cat. I saw part of the tail. I think this is a daggone catfish on the tomato. Happened again. When I first started using the tomato rig, I caught some cats on it, and I'll be doggone. Stay out of them poles back there, fish. I believe it's happened again. Get him back up here. That ain't a bad fish either. That's what I call a larger dink right there on a cherry tomato. I'll be doggone. Okay, I'm gonna put him back in that holder, let him tire himself out. Let me just, before I get back to that other fish. Okay, this one, I thought we had a fish on this one, we don't. All right, I'm gonna get this rod out of the way at least. I'm gonna go down to 3 rods after this. After I get these 2 fish landed. As we got them turned on now, I don't need all these rods in the water. It's just gonna cause a headache. Oh, this fish. While I was catfishing over there with the tomato, this one's ran me back up there under these trees. He needs to just come on out of that, don't he? Were you playing G.I. Joe up there, fish? That's what I used to do. I'm aging myself here a little bit, but when I was a kid in the 80s, G.I. Joes was the thing. I had a bunch of them. Me and my neighbor would get out in the woods and build forts and stuff with them, play in the creeks and stuff. God dang it, this fish just ran back there and got around my power poles. What an ordeal. Get these lines tangled up, catching catfish on the tomatoes. This carp ran me over here, trying to get me in the bushes. Now he's back here in the dang power pole. What a mess, man. What a mess. All you can do is laugh at it. Well, y'all, there it is again. Larger dink, maybe just a lengthwise fun size, a real skinny fish though. Obviously a vegetarian. I mean, he's out here eating tomatoes this morning. He's one of these hipster fishes. He's cool. He's a tree hugger. He's in with the 2022 crowd. Well, let's get him out of here. Now, I guess I'm gonna have to raise this power pole in the back. It's the only way I'm gonna get this fish free, I guess. He has sat there and done circles around the daggone thing, man. This is the action I had hoped for, though, y'all. A little disappointed first thing when, after I caught that first fish, I had a long break. But business has picked up now. All right, here goes my pole up. Hope it don't suck my line up in there too. There it come. There it come. We get the fish over here now. Now I'm gonna get spun around every which way. Let me get that back down. Okay, I got him. Biggest pain in the butt fish of the morning here, around the power poles. But we got him. He even left some of that pack bait on the method feeder, didn't he? What do you think about it, fish? You got anything to say for yourself? Are you embarrassed? You've made your parents look bad out here this morning. You ain't even gonna get a hero shot. You ain't gonna get a hero shot. I'm not putting a camera up there in the front mount for you. Will you at least apologize to my audience for disrupting the video? He ain't got nothing to say. Will you tell him to hit the like and subscribe? Can I bribe you to do that at least? Look at him. Now, he was moving his lips. Now I've turned him around. He ain't gonna move his lips even. That fish is just defiant, man. Let's put the other half of this cherry tomato on here, get it threaded on. I think one of them fish knocked my other hair rig tool out of the kayak. I can't find it. Thankfully, I had another one. At least it's a cheap accessory to go overboard. I'm gonna just loop this back through the hook again. Again, if I had a shorter hair on this, I'd rig it like a normal hair rig, but since that one's a little long for the 2 pellets there that I was using before, I'm just gonna rig it like that and get me another handful of pack bait and just work around the sled. Very easy to mix up this bait, very cheap bait to buy. I'm really into it. There's a lot of carp bait recipes out there. A lot of you has left me comments on my previous videos, tell me use this, use that, but it's hard to stray away from this breadcrumb, corn, and jello mixture because, well, it just keeps working. You know, it just keeps producing fish every time I go out. I'm not getting skunked with it. I'm not having bad trips. So it's like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look right here. I be doggone, I got another one on that rod. I got everything. Well, I got 3 rods out. That's all I'm doing here the rest of the morning, as long as they biting like this. But now this one's going off again. I love it, man. Love it. I'd love it a little more if these fish would start swimming to the right instead of the left. Keep them out of these other lines, but you can't have it all. You just can't have it all in life, people. Let's go around this rod. This fish is just causing all kinds of problems. I think he may have gotten in. Maybe he didn't. I thought he got in this far left line over here. I've tried to space these things out as much as possible so that when they make their runs left and right, they're not getting in them, and I'll be doggone if this fish didn't find his way all the way to the left. No, I got lucky again. He didn't get in that other line. Oh, Lordy days. Oh, man. Oh, man, this fish. He said he may not have got my other line, but by gosh, he was going to get me. Are y'all soaking wet? I am. He got me in the face. I actually don't feel too bad. It's a steam bath out here this morning. First thing, man. It's supposed to be heat index like 100 degrees today. Here goes this one. Here goes this rod. I'm sopping wet. I got another fish on. That one in the floor is just going to have to wait a second. We got another bite here. This one's another one on the corn. The cherry tomatoes on the one in the middle. He's running toward it too. The fish that hit on the right want to go left. The ones that hit on the left want to run right. These fish got their directions all mixed up. They like me driving down the road without Google Maps on. Can't figure out where the hell I'm going. Listen, buddy, he's flopping around, acting a fool down there. Gonna knock my fancy graph off that I don't even need for this style of fishing. That's one thing. That's another cat. That's another blue cat right there on the fake corn. On the fake corn, man. I have been catching a lot of catfish on this pack bait and fake corn combo. I've got some leftover shad from my last catfishing trip there yesterday. I'd done a little catfishing before I come up in this creek. Didn't do any good, just some small fish. I ain't even gonna post a video from it. But I had some shad left I brought with me. I thought I may throw a rod out today, possibly. Wasn't sure what would be going on in this shallow of a creek right now, but there's definitely two cats up in here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick him back in the rod holder there a second. We'll deal with the one in the floor. He don't want to be dealt with, he said. Look at this. He don't want to be dealt with. He's out of control. He's out of control. There we go. I got the hook out. Fish, listen. Listen now. Hey, indoor behavior, fish. We ain't doing acrobatics in here. This ain't a gymnasium. He thinks he's going to be a gymnast here. He's got America's Got Talent going on. He's trying to make the Olympic gymnast team. Get out of here, you old thing. I'm sick of you fish. That kind of behavior. Whoo, y'all, man. Soaking wet. That carp acting a fool up in here. And I am having a dang good time doing it too, man. Oh no. Y'all, my catfish come free. He come free. I had the quick release on him. I don't even know how that happened. He left me some slime all over my rig, but he's gone. All right. Well, we didn't want a picture of that in no way. He wasn't really picture worthy. I'll tell you, man, I'm sopping. My whole side of my leg here is just soaking wet, but that sun has peeked up over the trees over there, and I may end up having to move here anyway. The camera probably gonna overheat here in a little while, but over here on this side of the creek, now granted, I'm getting my fish right here right now. That's where they've been hitting at. But I may could go over there under those trees in the shade a little bit when it gets too unbearably hot and still cast to that same area that I'm catching them fish at. I don't know, you know, again, I hadn't fished this creek before. This was new. I mean, this is a new experiment today, so I didn't know where the sun was going to come up at or where I really needed to set up in this creek at. I just thought with this creek flowing out of here and this one coming out of here, and both of these creeks do have a little bit of flow coming out, but right here in this area where this little point of land comes off behind me here, there's some slack water. Like there's flow over here and there's flow over there, and then there's just this little slack area here. And so I thought this would probably be a good place to set up potentially, where I can hit both creek channels and this area here in front of me. So, so far it's paying off, man. It just, expectations were high coming out, and maybe I just needed to get these fish turned on. They were here, there's clearly a bunch of fish here, but I just had to feed them. You know, I had to get my bait out there, get my scent out there, and now if I will quit talking right now, if I will quit talking and get baits cast back out, I will be catching some more, so let me do that. I think I'm gonna throw out a catfish rig here, and this is something new that I'm gonna be trying. These are called kebabs. And basically it's got a little spike here that you put your pieces of cut bait through with a float. And so you can take smaller baits like these gizzard shad I'm gonna be using today and make them into a larger bait basically. And this float here on the end kind of floats it up off the bottom a little bit. So this is my first time using these, just something new I'm gonna try out. And yeah, we'll throw it out there, see how it goes. Yeah, this is one of my smaller shad there. that I had left over from yesterday. And so I'm just gonna take these scissors and cut this thing into some chunks here. And then I'm gonna take this kebab, and it's got a spike on the end of it here, pretty sharp. I'm gonna run it through the fleshy part of this meat, and it just drives right through there. I'm gonna put the larger pieces on, but I don't know how you're supposed to rig them up. I'm gonna put the larger pieces on bottom and the smaller on top. And so at the top of this spike, it's got a hole there. Well, it's covered in blood right now. You can't hardly see, but I'm gonna take this hook. This is a 4/0 hook. Oh. Well, before I do that, let me run this through. We about to reel in another fish here. First and foremost, this same rod over here. These carp, man, they don't want me doing no catfishing out here today. Oh, that one was getting hit too. I think that one's got a fish on it also. This one here's making a hell of a run. He's going where he wants, man. These carp, they said, catfish? What's a catfish? They said, we're filming a carp video today. There was something splashing out there too. I just want to get a tug on the line. I don't care what fish is on the end of it, really. As long as it ain't no channel cat. I never want to catch those. But anything else, by all means, come tug on my line. And I got them kebab rigs. Ordered them from overseas. It's something they use for Wells catfish. It's something that they use for using cut bait and dead bait for pike. And I thought that would be great for when I'm casting baits out for catfish here in America too. So I paid the ungodly shipping charges and ordered me some of them. Don't ask me for a link for them because there ain't nowhere in America that has them to my knowledge. I feel like these American tackle companies, there's a fish on this rod, man. He's about to take off anytime. I feel like these American companies, though, are missing out on an opportunity by not having some of this specialized gear over here in the States. People would buy it. But what the hell do I know? This fish made a pretty good run. I think we about got him tamed. I'm gonna get him up here close and put him in the rod holder and pick up on this other one over here on the left and see. He's not made a hard run. He may not even really know he's hooked yet. I just want to get a look at this one. Yeah, that's another solid carp right there. Not the biggest I've caught today, not the smallest. Okay, let's put him. Oh no, don't get back there at them poles, fish. These fish, they want to get you in everything. They just won't calm down for nothing. Let me tighten the drag. Oh, I just pulled it out of his mouth. Just pulled it out of his mouth just then. I went to set the hook and shouldn't have set the hook, obviously. Well, I got one out of the two. At least by only getting one out of the two, I don't have to worry about this and getting wrapped up and everything while I fight the other one. Okay. It's a solid fish. I swear when you see these fish in the water, they don't look as big as what they end up being once I get them in a dang kayak. But man, they're just thick fish. I mean, they've got weight to them for their length. This fish was incredibly calm for me getting the hook out. That just don't happen. I guess he wore himself out on that initial run. He's tired. He's another one that's... Well, what have you been doing, fish? Why are you so out of energy? He's not going to tell me. Probably up to no good. Some of these carp, they're doing illegal activities, y'all. Bad things. You don't want to know. It's best you don't know. You don't want to get called into a court of law. He wasn't giving himself up. Well, I'm gonna get this line back out here because that's where we're catching the fish at. And I'll eventually, hopefully, finish getting this kebab rig hooked up. And I may throw it out over here to the left. Away, we'll still have our cherry tomato rig out. I feel like that's going to be my bait out that's hopefully going to either get a mirror carp or maybe some bigger carp, better quality fish. So we'll have it here. we'll keep catching fish on this rod, and we'll try the kebab over here on the left. See how it goes. We'll give it 30 minutes. If I'm not getting bit, I'll switch it back out and we'll put on a carp rig over there where we know we'll get bit. But it's worth a shot. I've had them things, been wanting to try them. Today's the day. So here goes the kebab rig out. Obviously, I could have put another piece of shad on there or something, but we'll go with those 3. That'll take the turtles a little time to get that chewed up. That's the only bad thing about fishing shallow water in the warm months, is the turtles just eat you alive back here, man. They're just everywhere. That's why I'm always amazed at these people over in England and Europe and stuff. I watch these videos on Wells catfish, and these fellas, they're putting out hunks of Spam, which is a, you know, potted meat. It's a very soft meat. And they'll put a big glob of it out there and leave it soaking all night for a big Wells catfish. And they'll catch, you know, 50, 80, 100-pound Wells catfish on a glob of Spam. And I'm like, man, they must have 0 turtles over there, because if I threw out Spam where I'm at today, it would be gone in 2 minutes. You could set a timer, 2 minutes, the turtles would have it gone. Or the channel cats, one of the two. So I don't know how the heck they do it. They must just not have turtles over there, best I can figure. But some of the things they use, like that kebab rig, I look at that and I'm like, that could be very applicable for our waters. Just being able to take smaller, like that shad there, just a little 4 or 5 inch shad, or a smaller bluegill even, and turn that smaller bait, cut it up, and make a larger profile, larger bait out of it. Because sometimes I will take smaller shad. I got this rod right here going down. I can't get through a talking segment before this rod right here gets hit. There he goes. Tighten my drag a smidge. But I was trying to say, sometimes if I get smaller shad, I'll cut them in pieces and just put 5 or 6 pieces directly on the hook. And that works. You catch fish doing that. Well, sometimes I think some of them pieces kind of get foul hooked over the barb or the hook point, and it ends up costing you fish. And that kebab rig keeps your hook point exposed while still allowing you to have those multiple chunks on there. So I think it's something that could be worthwhile. We'll see how it plans out. I'm definitely going to play with it when I'm using these cut bait in the shallows. Probably something I play around with more in the fall, once we get bigger cats moving into the shallows more frequently. Oh, get out of that tree, fish. Don't do it, fish. Don't do it. Doggone fish. Uh-oh, my kebab rig was getting hit. It was getting hit. I thought it was. The kayak spun a little bit. I think one of my poles give. This fish made this run up this way. This mud I'm in is real soft bottom. And every time I'm standing up to cast, I feel like I'm working them poles free a little bit. Power poles are definitely working out to allow me to access some of these creeks and stuff that I can't pull up on the bank like this one. I don't want to pull up in these people's yard over here. And the only other place to do it is using the power poles, because everything else is overgrown. Yeah, that's another carp right here that didn't want us focusing on no catfish in today's video. He said he's a carp and he wants some respect on this channel. He said we've been focused on catfish too long. It's time to give his people the attention they deserve, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna make these carp cool, by gosh. This may be the smallest one of the morning right here. He's small enough, honestly, if I was keeping some for catfish bait today, I'd probably take him. I could probably cut him up. Some of them bigger ones, it's like you need a chainsaw. This one here would be cuttable. So you're lucky, fish. You're lucky I'm not keeping any today. These catfish, they still on the nest around here. I am seeing some reports of fish that are beat up, you know, that people have caught and coming off the nest. So it won't be too much longer. Big cats will be caught a lot more frequently again, and I'll get back to spending more time doing it. But right now, I'm having so much dang fun back here in these creeks and stuff, chasing these carp, because I can come back in these creeks and have the place to myself. I won't see another boat up in here today, you know. And out on the main channel, there's houseboats, wakeboarders, you know. It's just that time of year, they're out in full force. Plus too, I can kind of, the sun's on me right now, but I can hide from it in these creeks. I can get up in the shade and stuff, whereas out in the main channel, you just, look right here. My kebab rig got hit. I had a little run there. Let me just pick up and see if there's any weight on there. It may have been a turtle. Feels weird pulling it in. May just be the way that kebab's pulling through the water. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's happened to this. I don't even know what's happened here with this thing. This piece of the bait is all the way up the line. I don't know. Something was down there chewing, obviously. Here I did thought this kebab would help me keep from getting baits foul hooked. Same damn thing happened. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. I probably had a turtle down there. I'm telling you, all you shallow water fishermen here in America, you know what I'm talking about. Turtles are the bane of our existence in the shallows. Well, that bait right there come off. You know what? These kebab rigs come with these little things right here, these little flapper things. And I remember that video I watched on them now. I think that prevents your baits from coming up over the hook. That may have been user error right there, guys. User error. I was like, I remember them saying something about that in the video, and I had that little flap, and I was like, I'm not gonna need that, but yeah, I apparently need it. Let's cast this back out. All right, but you see all them shad? When that bait hit the water, all them shad spooked right there. There's a bunch of bait in here. All right, I'm gonna set that out. I'm gonna get my other pack bait out. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer here. I may have to move. It's miserable hot already. I may have to move over here and get myself in the shade. I'm surprised my camera ain't overheated yet, to be honest with you. I think it's time again. It is. Let's just reel us another one in. I'll move to the other side over here to get in the shade, y'all, and may have spooked some fish when I did, because I've had baits out over here now about 20 minutes. The challenge over here is these fish are going to be able to possibly run me into these trees. He is up really shallow. The water is much shallower here than where I was at. I had to raise my motor up here just to get over here. I've got 3 rods out. I put another shad on the kebab rig. I've got a cherry tomato out, and this one here is the pack bait and fake corn, which is really all I need. That has caught the heck out of fish today, and quite honestly has every time I've gone carp fishing with it. It's just the bait that keeps working. Yeah, here he is. You can see just kicking up all that mud right there. I mean, it's just a few inches deep where I'm set up, but I've still got my bait cast out there where I was getting them this morning. I'm just in the shade now trying to buy me some extra time out here. Today's gonna be a day where I'm probably home in the air conditioning by 10:30. There's just another one. What an active morning. I was losing faith early, but by gosh, it has turned into just a carp sleigh fest out here. I guess baiting this hole really paid off. Oh, let's hold him up. What do you think, Fit? He says he's front camera worthy. He probably is, but we've had so many fish bigger than him this morning. The bar got raised, fish. Bar got raised up on you. He says maybe next time. I'll definitely be back in this creek again, fish. If you here next time, I'll be willing to play. In fact, I may fish it tomorrow, y'all. Because what I want to do, again, this is all, man, bear with me a second here, y'all. Bear with me. Much better, much better. I guess that screen got splashed with water or something. It was all blurry. Y'all need to be seeing all of this when my face is on the screen. No, not really. Nobody wants to see that. But as I was trying to say a second ago, I think what I'm gonna do is bait this area again today. Again, I come out yesterday, baited it, left, come back today. Obviously, been a heck of a morning out here for the time that I've been out here. Took a little while to get them going. But now, it's just, I keep casting this one area here and I'm getting bit within a few minutes. So I'm curious to see now, if I bait it again and come back tomorrow, what kind of action will I get on tomorrow? Will more fish be here? Will bigger fish possibly be here? Yeah, I don't know. So I've brought some more bait. I got a 5-gallon bucket here. Got horse feed, and down under that I've got some cattle cubes. So I'm gonna toss this bucket out today here before I leave and just do what I did yesterday, which should have been the intro to this video. Just spread it out here all in this area and try to feed these fish and just keep them here. And then I'll come back tomorrow morning and I may just go ahead and set up here tomorrow morning. That way I don't have to move, because the sun come up on me pretty quick over there on that point, and a little bit deeper over there, a little bit deeper water. The bottom over here is muddy, but so far it seems to be a little bit harder bottom, so my power poles are working a little better. Over there, every time I would shift my weight to reach down and get a fish or stand up and cast, I kept wiggling back and forth, and I eventually just working them poles loose back there. So fish was spinning me a little bit, but yeah, y'all, this morning it has really paid off. So I'm gonna cast this bait back out. I may catch one more just for the road here and then wrap up this video, and then I'm gonna fish for maybe 30 more minutes to an hour, and then I'm gonna be off the water early. Again, it's a sweat box out here. So let's see if we can get us one more, wrap up the video, and then I'm gonna call it a day early. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. For those of you that stuck around till the end of the video, this is probably a long one today. There've been so many fish caught and different things I'm trying today, from the marshmallow to the tomato to the shad on the kebab rig. It's gonna be a long video. I can't help it. For those of you that like it, well, hey, glad I can make your day. For those of you that don't, well, take a hike. Watch 5 minutes and click off. Some people watch 10 seconds and click off. It is what it is. I'm having fun, that's the main thing. All I can do is film myself having fun, try to share some tips and techniques that maybe help you all have some fun. Is this fish got in this line, or do I have another fish right here on this? I think he's just in that line. I got to thinking there for a second that kebab rig might be going down. Oh no, man, he's gonna go over here and try to get in this other line too. Maybe ending the video here on a good fish. He feels like he's got some weight to him. I do have another fish on this line right here, guys. This one ain't in it. That's another fish on there. Or one was messing with it anyway. I'm gonna deal with the one in the hand right now. I'm most interested in it. Tighten my drag just a smidge. I still ain't got to look at it. I'm confident it's a carp based on how it's running. But I haven't got a good look at it to know how big yet. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. I knew he felt like he had some weight. He went through that other line, but didn't end up getting in it. I'm gonna set back down. Look at that rod tip up there, man. Maybe the kayak just spun a little bit. It's just kind of got some weight on it. We'll deal with it in a minute. I'm gonna get this one over here first. This is a pretty good one right here. Come over here, carp. Get you a close-up for the camera. Holler up there and say hi to everybody home watching, would you? Yeah, he's making the most of his camera time, ain't he? Just doing laps right there. He's got tricks. He's like one of them dogs at the dog show. He'll be all calm for the camera down there. Now I put this net in his face. Watch him bolt again. They don't like this net. Oh man, that's a good one. That's the way to end the video right there. Holy cow, man. Holy cow, that's a good fish. Oh man. Look at that, guys. How about that to go out on right there? That's the way to end the video. Chunk, man, that's a solid fish. Wow. Man. I'm telling you, try some carp fishing, y'all. If you ain't tried it, you catch you a fish like this, and they're prevalent out here, probably where you're at too. They're all over the country. Nobody fishes for them here in America, but you hook into one like this, it'll make you a carp fisherman. All right, buddy. Let's send you home. Now let's send the video home. What do you say? Tell them bye. Say, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Get out of here, buddy. He gone, and I am too. See you in the next one.